Years later, you will look back on this day with nostalgic memories. Some of you, my dear friends, must have spent 17 long years on this campus, whereas others maybe 15 years, maybe some of you 10 years, some of you 5 years, maybe some of you only 2 years. Does not matter how many years you have spent on the campus, but it does matter for us how you have spent those years and what has happened to you when you lived here on this campus. This college is there not merely to impart information which often takes place in our classrooms and laboratories. This college is not a mere institution for you. It is a temple of learning, a tower of wisdom. It was not a mere center for information. It was meant to be a house of formation. It is a true temple of transformation, personal transformation and social transformation. As you leave this college, my dear friends, and this majestic campus, what will you carry along? I'm sure you will carry along with you a certificate with first class, distinction, a rank, and so on. And that is good enough, but not enough. I request you to carry with you the value system that was introduced to you in this college, St. Aloysius. The value system for which this college exists. Let me remind you some important aspects of this value system. Let me begin with a little incident that took place in 1984. I was traveling along with my 7-8 friends of mine from Bangalore to Pune for my studies. We got into Udyan Express in the evening from Bangalore, which started around 4 o'clock. It was crowded. There were children, there were parents, there were old people, and we occupied one single place, 8, 9 of us. And along with us, we also brought some cards, set of cards to play on the way. That is just to kill the time. Some of them opened the packets and began playing. 4, 5 of them, 6 of them got engaged in this game. Whereas others, some of us, we had also taken some eatables with us, as normally the passengers take, some chuda, peda and so on. And we opened our packets, put them in the paper plates and began munching while watching the game that was going on. Children were running up and down, lot of noise that was taking place, and parents were trying to get the children back on their laps. All of a sudden, there was silence. Pin drop silence. Nobody would talk. Children ran back to their parents and sat on the laps of their mothers. And there came 2, 3 huge Alsatian dogs, and followed by another 2, 3 policemen. All of a sudden, they entered where we were seated. One of these dogs came very close, started sniffing around, saw the paper plate with food items, very attractive, sniffed even the food, but went away, went further and to the next and to the next. They got down and got into the next coach. Once the dogs disappeared from the sight, I began sitting there and wondering, look at these dogs. They came very close. They saw the attractive food. Even they sniffed, but did not eat anything. Did not put their mouth into this plate. How is it? If our dogs were to be sent inside, definitely they would have settled down for some food on the way. Why did these dogs did not eat any food? And I realized because the masters had given a command to these dogs. And the command is to go and search for that unexplosive bomb around the place which somebody must have send some message to them. Search for that unexplosive bomb and not to settle down for some food on the way. The command was very clear to the dogs. These were sniffer dogs. That's why they had a mission to carry out. With that mission, they went forward. My dear friends, what I am trying to tell you is there a mission that you have received from this college, St. Aloysius College, all these years? What is the goal of your life? What is the mission of your life? And if you have a mission, do not settle down for ordinary, temporary food around the place, something to nourish merely physically, but also go in pursuit of that goal, that noble goal and that mission to which you are so much connected, which will lead your life. And what is this goal? Very often we are told the goal today of our life is to achieve power, pleasure and profit. 3 P's: power, pleasure and profit. This college tells you not this. The Trinity, power, pleasure and profit, is finally the command, finally the mission of the college. The mission of the college lies in 5 C's: competence, conscience, compassion, concern and commitment. And these 5 C's, competence, conscience, compassion, concern and commitment, are the leading principles of your life. In fact, they will take you to a life which is a culture of life and not to a culture of death. Not enough if you have a clear goal, a mission, but you need to work very hard to achieve it. It seems in Japan they have a philosophy of life which goes something like this: if someone can do it, I too can do it. If someone can do it, I too can do it. If no one can do it, I must do it. If no one can do it, I must do it. Very often we see our own philosophy here that is lived out. If someone can do it, let him do it. If nobody can do it, how can I do it? This is apparently philosophy of our life. I hope we follow that philosophy. If someone can do it, I too can do it. And if none can do it, I must do it. Therefore, follow Subhash Chandra Bose's principle, his motto in life. Subhash Chandra Bose had very clear motto: do or die. And there is an improvisation on this motto today. Do or die. Today we say not do or die, do before you die. Still further, better it is to say don't die until you do it. Why not? We go to the 4th degree and say die to do it. Die to do it. Who are these achievers of today? My dear friends, you must have heard so often it has been said, we need to have highly intellectual capacity to achieve something in our life. Today we say no, it is not enough. Mere intellectual capacity is not enough. IQ is not enough. We need to have 4 Qs: IQ, EQ, DQ and SQ. Intellectual quotient, emotional quotient, divine spiritual quotient, and finally social quotient, SQ. These 4 quotients, if they are integrated, well integrated and blended in us, then we can say truly we can achieve something in our life. Therefore, integrate all these 4 dimensions of your life: intellectual, emotional, spiritual and social. Therefore, finally, I would request you, the graduating students, have these 3 categories of persons in your mind, but follow the 3rd one. The first one there are those who do not know. There are those who do not know, and they do not know that they do not know. They are fools. Keep them away. There are those who do not know, and they do not know that they do not know. They are fools. Keep them away. Second category of persons are there are those who do not know, and they know that they do not know, They are asleep. Wake them up. There are those who do not know, and they know that they do not know. They are asleep. Wake them up. But the third category of persons are there are those who know, and they know that they know. They are wise people. Follow them. My dear friends, you are called today to enter into this third category of persons, those who know, and they know that they know. And what do they know? What is the content of their knowledge? The content of their knowledge is the content of St. Aloysius' life. St. Aloysius was very clear. He knew what was temporary and what is temporal, and he also knew what is permanent and what is eternal. And he never opted for what is temporal and temporary. He always went and opted for what is permanent and what is eternal. Let that option of St. Aloysius Gonzaga be the option of each one of us. Thank you and God bless.